Please support this channel by clicking subscribe, then hitting the bell, and then hitting all to get future notifications. Hello again, and welcome to another White Wine Wednesday edition of Suburban Somm. This week we're back across to the States after taking a brief foray over to France where we had a really nice white Burgundy. But we're back over here with a Napa Chardonnay from a new-to-me producer called James Cole. Like I said, they're in Napa. They're off the Silverado Trail, and a little bit to know about these guys. First of all, how I found them, actually how I find a lot of the wines I want to try that I just can't find, like this one in my local wine store, is I'll actually look at TripAdvisor and Yelp for people that have visited the wineries in Napa. Now, I have been to Napa, but I live in Missouri, so it's not like I can get in the car on a Saturday and take a trip up there, unfortunately. Don't know when I'll be back, but I always am scoping out potential new producers, and even though I can't visit, occasionally I'll make some new buys and try out a new place, and that's what I did this spring. And these guys came highly regarded for their reds, and I actually tried, I think I bought 6 bottles. I bought a couple of these Chardonnays. I bought the Malbec, the Pinot Noir. They have a red blend, it's called Tyson, I believe after their son, and of course their Cab. So a little bit about James Cole. As far as I can tell, there's actually not a James Cole there, at least not there. I'm sure there's people named James Cole in the States, but at the winery, the person's name is James Harder, and his wife, I think, is Colleen Cole, and so they kind of merged the names. So first of all, about James, he hails from British Columbia in Canada, and out of college he got a job at, I think, at a wine distributorship maybe, where he held several positions. He was sales rep, marketing. He moved his way up all the way to the director level, and this job afforded him a lot of trips to San Francisco, the Bay Area, wine country. Got to find me one of those jobs. Rough duty if you can get it, I guess. But while he was there on one of these trips, he met Colleen. They fell in love. A year later, he's moving out of Canada. I think he quits the job so he can be with her. They get married. And not only does he quit that job, but he buys this property in Napa, like I said, off the Silverado Trail. And they decide to go headfirst into this winery. And I think that was right around 2000. I don't remember. I tried to look up as much as I could about them before this video. Now, one thing about the label, I'll try to hold it up a little closer. It's a very unusual label. It looks like a male figure, kind of maybe as he just jumped off the diving board, perhaps, with his arms out, ready to do a swan dive, maybe. Not sure what the significance is. If anybody does know, please let me know in the comments. I don't know if James himself was a diver, or maybe this represents some sort of art they liked, or maybe it just represents them taking the plunge when they gave up their normal lives. And they both had apparently really good jobs, and they dropped it all and started this. So, like I said, this is a new-to-me producer. I have not had any James Cole stuff before, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. So, this is a 2019 Chardonnay. Let's get to it. So, it's pale gold, pretty typical for the region. Nice, warm, pleasant nose of like buttered popcorn, butterscotch caramel, some vanilla. Definitely going to be some oak in this. Not unusual though for Napa. All in all, just a really inviting nose. I could keep my nose in there all night. I like that. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Like I said, that's a really fantastic Chardonnay. Price-wise, We're talking $48, I think is what I paid, so it's kind of in the middle of the range. It's not, what I'd say a really higher end bottle, like a $70, $80 bottle, like we've featured on the channel before, and you're not talking entry level 15, 20, kind of right in the middle there. That's well balanced, creamy mouthfeel. A little bit of stone fruit, but some tropical as well, like pineapple, lime, kiwis coming through. There's oak there too, so it's certainly not overdone. But if you're a steel barrel type of person, maybe this one's not for you. But I would definitely not say it's overdone at all. Just enough to be, just enough to make it good, actually. You said just a really nice, balanced, easy drinking wine. This is certainly a crowd-pleasing Chardonnay, I think. I could see where this would be a hit in their tasting room, maybe as a good starter. And what I was saying before on the TripAdvisor and Yelp, I don't think I really finished it, but I would go out there and do some searches on, who has nice tasting rooms, who has a good wine lineup that I might be interested in purchasing from, and see what their reviews are. And people are, as you know, on those sites are going to be pretty brutally honest, and it was almost a resounding. They were praising the wines, especially the reds at James Cole. From what I can tell from the pictures on the website, the facility looks beautiful. I'm going to make sure I try to get out there on a future trip, check them out. And I'm really, really looking forward to the other bottles. I think what I will do, certainly the Cab and maybe that Tyson Red Blend might be interesting to do on a future video. But I'm really looking forward to the rest of these. This is a really good producer. I'm happy I got these bottles, and I would encourage you to pick them up. Said here in the Midwest, I'm not able to find any of their stuff in the grocery stores, and our biggest wine store is Total Wine, if you're familiar with that. Can't find any of those at Total Wine either. My only choice is to get them directly through shipped from James Cole. So I would encourage you to do so if you want to check out a new producer. Some really good wine. Very happy with this one. And I guess that's about it. So in closing, I'll just say that I am Scott from Suburban Somm, and this is what I'm drinking today. Cheers.